I will tell you my overall winner if I could only have one shoe in just a second, but for me, there's a brand that produces the best low tops, and there's a brand that produces the best high tops. A lot of you seemed interested in a Vans versus Converse video when I mentioned it in last week's video, so here it is. Now, I love to wear both Vans and Converse, but if I had to choose which company produced the best sneakers, which company would it be? Of course, this is going to be all down to personal preference, and I'm going to be choosing the sneakers that work best for me. I'll list the things I like and dislike about both brands, and then I'll come to a decision by the end of the video. To help me make up my mind, I'm going to be looking at the versatility, the comfort, and the overall style of the shoes. I'll also let you know which shoe I would choose to buy if I could only buy one pair, and I've got a feeling it's not going to be easy. Out of interest, what brand do you prefer? I'd like to hear what you guys think. If you enjoy this video, please feel free to leave it a like. I'll link everything I talk about in the description below. And now that's all out the way, let's get into the video. So both Converse and Vans have a similar build in my opinion, and they both hold up fairly well. They both offer clean and simple sneakers that go with pretty much anything, and they're great for the price. The majority of both companies' standard models are made up of a canvas upper and a vulcanized rubber sole. Vans have the thicker and more durable sole, so they do last longer in the sole department from my experience, but they do both hold up well. And for a bit more money, both brands offer their shoes in more premium materials like leather and suede, which do last longer. They also have premium lines of sneakers as well, where they use more premium materials. So Vans have got the likes of their ANAHEIM and their Volt range, and for Converse, they've got the Chuck 70s and their Pro models. Again, these are going to cost you a bit more, but you've got a better made shoe that is going to last you longer. For the low tops, the most popular models from Vans are probably the Authentics, the Old School, and their Slip-On. And when it comes to Converse, their most popular models are their Chuck Taylors and the One Star. Like Vans, Converse offer a slip-on shoe too, but it's nowhere near as popular as the Vans slip-on. And when it comes to high tops, Vans have their Skate High and Converse have their Chuck Taylor high top. Both brands have got plenty of other sneakers too, but these are the sneakers that come to mind for me when I think of Vans or Converse. I feel like both brands offer very similar styles of shoes too. I'd say the Vans Authentics and the Converse Chuck Taylor lows are pretty comparable, as are the Vans Old School and the Converse One Star, and the Vans Skate High and the Converse Chuck Taylor high tops. I'm going on the build and appearance here and which look the most similar, so let's compare each shoe. When it comes to the Vans Authentic and the Converse Chuck low tops, the Converse Chucks have that rubber protection over the front of the shoe. Now my toes have made an appearance through the canvas on some of my Vans, so having that protection on the Converse is definitely good for me. The canvas is similar on both models, so there's not much to talk about there. But where the Vans do shine is with that thick sole. They're going to be a lot more durable in that area. Next up, we've got the Vans Old School and the Converse One Star. Both these models use thicker materials, so they are going to hold up a lot better. The Vans Old School have suede details and a suede toe box, and the Converse One Star has a fully suede upper. Both shoes can take a bit of a beating, so they both hold up as well as each other. And on the plus side for me, there's no chance that my toes are going to be ripping through either of these shoes. But again, the Vans have that chunkier sole, so the sole is going to last you longer. And when it comes to the high tops, the Vans Skate High definitely feel more sturdy and have more padding than the Converse high top Chucks. This definitely gives you more ankle support in the Vans Skate High, so bear this in mind if that's important to you. The canvas is also thicker on the Skate High compared to the Chucks. The Chucks use the same canvas as the low tops, and it doesn't give the shoe much structure. Even though this sounds like a disadvantage, I actually prefer the more flimsy and thinner material of the Chucks because I like the way it sits closer to my legs. It's less bulky. So that's the general build of the shoes, but who makes the comfiest sneakers? If we're talking about the basic models of each shoe, then I think I prefer the comfort of the Vans over the Converse. Vans have a wider toe box and I do prefer having that extra room. I don't have particularly wide feet, but after long periods of wear, I do find that the Converse start to rub a bit. So if you do have wider feet, then Vans are probably going to be the better option for you. Neither of the basic models have much cushioning or any arch support, which makes them a great lifting shoe, but they're not the most comfortable. But don't be put off just yet. Both brands offer more comfortable options too, with more arch support and more cushioning. With Converse, they have the likes of the Chuck 70s and their Pro models, And with Vans, you've got their ANAHEIM and Volt models, and also sneakers with cush technology. But when it comes down to it, you're really choosing these shoes for versatility and style over comfort, because both brands aren't known for their comfort. So what about the sizing? How do these shoes fit? So with me, I always take my regular size with both Converse and Vans. I do find the Converse run a bit longer, but because they're quite narrow, if I size down, they would be too tight. But I'd always advise that you try them on for yourself, because your feet may be more narrow or wider than mine. And when it comes to the price of the shoes from both brands, there's not much in it. They do cost around the same price. So it is looking very close here, so it's going to come down to which sneakers I like the look of best. I will tell you my overall winner if I could only have one shoe in just a second, but for me, there's a brand that produces the best low tops, and there's a brand that produces the best high tops. So let's start off with which brand produced the best low tops. In my opinion, it has to be Vans. I prefer the authentic over the Chuck Lows, the old school over the One Star, and the Vans slip-on over the Converse slip-on. I just feel like the low tops from Vans give off a more sleek look, and they fit my style a lot better. Don't get me wrong, I still love the low tops from Converse too, but I just feel that Vans have better options for me personally. However, when it comes to high tops, I will have to hand over the crown to the Converse Chuck Taylor 70. I prefer the look of the 70s over the regular Chucks, and they are a lot more comfortable too. The Converse Chuck Taylor 70, in my opinion, is probably the best high top sneaker out there. It's versatile, it's classy, and it's really easy to style. I do feel it's more versatile than the Vans Skate High because of its slimmer silhouette. The Skate High can look a bit too bulky with certain outfits, and it can give off a much more casual look. Now the Chucks can be worn more casually too, but I feel they give off a more mature look than the Vans Skate High, so they're much easier to dress up. I know the Chuck high tops look pretty much identical to the low tops, but for some reason I just much prefer them, and I think they're a lot easier to work with. So now the moment we've all been waiting for, maybe. But which sneaker would I choose if I could only have one? So this is probably no surprise to you, but I think it's gotta be the Chuck Taylor 70 high top. I just think it's the most versatile shoe on this list, and it looks great with any style that you're into. It's the easiest shoe to dress up and down, and that cushioned insole just makes the shoe a bit more comfortable. I would like a bit more room in the toe box, but oh well. So after all that, I don't feel like one brand is better than the other. They're all classic sneakers. Both brands offer affordable quality sneakers that are going to stand the test of time. And for the money, there's not a lot that beats them. In reality, we don't have to choose just one pair. We don't have to choose one pair over the other. We can wear them all. But if you were torn between which pairs to get, then I hope this video has helped you out. But choosing a classic model from either brands, you can't really go wrong, so don't worry too much about it. But anyway, that's all I've got time for today. I hope I covered everything. If you've got any questions, ask me in the comments below and I'll answer them down there. If you enjoyed that video, please do give it a like. If you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I will see you all next week. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. See ya.